All right. Welcome to our Monday live stream, which is happening every Monday at 5 p.m. on YouTube, Instagram, Facebook, and TikTok. And today we are talking about the things that happened in immigration for the past few days. Every day something crazy happens. I was going to talk today about the big beautiful bill and how it's going to impact the immigration, the fee increase, and all that kind of stuff. But I was just going to notice that the Immigration Department of Homeland Security, DOJ, announced they're going to start prioritizing denaturalization of U.S. citizens, and also we got some new things that they're doing to green card holders when they travel, which I haven't had a chance to make a video about that, but I will work on that too. What happens when green card holders are traveling? They get stopped. More things are happening. U.S. citizens are going to be denaturalized if they find out that they had criminal issues that they didn't disclose when they applied for citizenship, if they obtained their citizenship by fraud. Maybe they married somebody for a green card. They find out, they're going to start with the criminals, but they're going to expand it to many, many other categories. And so let's talk about it. What does it mean for you if you already have citizenship? You've been a citizen for a while, and now you're worried that they're going to reopen your case. What's going to happen to your citizenship, right? And is this a valid concern for us with this new memo that was released on June 11th, 2025? Now, the interesting things about this is that they will be using civil actions to do this. And what it means is that it's a quicker process. The standard of proof is lower, and in a civil procedure, you don't necessarily entitled to an attorney, which is going to make it more complicated for people to defend their rights for citizenship, guys. Anyway, the point is that things are going to get crazy, and if you're watching this on TikTok, welcome. Look at the form that I just pinned. This is the best way to get in touch with me. If you need help, book a consultation from the live. Use that, or use the number in my bio. And for you guys watching this, if you want to join our live, I just posted the link. And we have a lot to talk about, guys. And as you know, every single Monday, we meet here on this live show, which is the most comprehensive live show on any platform. So take advantage of that to ask your questions, to go live with me. You can, if you watch this on TikTok, line up. There's a way to line up, and so we can have the live together. And if you're watching this on YouTube, Instagram, and any other platform, there's a link. I just posted the link. Post your questions, and let's get the show rolling. You send a message. I don't see your message, but our team is on it. The only way you can send a message is if you use the number I just put on the screen. If you watch this on YouTube, and if you are watching this on TikTok, the only way is the number in my bio. You use that number, get in touch with me, and let's do it. Manny is asking, can I get married before 90 days, then apply for the green card after 90 days? I wouldn't recommend to marry before the 90 days. Wait at least 60 days. And the reason why is because right now they're checking, and they're accusing people of all kind of stuff like fraud. And so you don't want to be part of that, right? You want to make sure that your case looks legit and there's no issues with fraud and stuff like that. Let's see here. We've got questions here on Instagram. We've got how long are the 751 taking from Leora? Right now, they're taking almost 3.5 years. That's why you have the extension, so you don't have to worry about it. How long does it take to get a green card interview in Senegal? It depends, because it depends on if it's based on marriage or you're applying for whatever category. But Senegal is not. It's low. It's low right now. All right. Bring your questions. Again, on TikTok, we have this new background that they gave us. Your favorite immigration live show. Please share the live stream right now. If you're joining this right now on TikTok, please share the live, and we'll mean a lot to me if you share the live and join the live stream. If you want to talk to me live, just request to join and I'll get you. If you're a UK resident banned for K1 visa, well, no, you're not banned for K1 visas. But if you're coming from a country that is banned, so you have a UK nationality, so you can apply because you have a double passport, so you're fine. Any updates for green card pause for asylees? No, still pause, guys. Now, what is this going on right now with denaturalization? People are asking me in the comments right now. So again, as I mentioned, they announced a couple of days ago they're going to start prioritizing denaturalization specifically for people that have criminal issues. They didn't disclose them. 3 people already got denaturalized in the last 2 weeks. All right, 2 of them have criminal issues relating to offenses involving kids. 1 more of them had terrorist issues, and they were all denaturalized. They lost their citizenship. They were U.S. citizens. 1 of them for 6 years, another one for 3 years. The 3rd one had U.S. citizenship for 12 years, and they all lost their U.S. citizenship, right? And so what that means is that this government is going to be prioritizing denaturalization. And they're going to start with criminals, but then they're going to move to other categories. If they think that you got your green card by fraud, then they will be they'll be singling you out. All right. Let's see here. I applied for adjustment of status for DV and the same time asylum before my status expired. Should I withdraw my asylum, or it's okay to have 2 immigration cases? So remember, typically the way my recommendation is that don't withdraw anything until you know for sure what's going to happen with your adjustment. And then whoever the attorney who is working on your court case will make a decision when to withdraw. But at some point, you're going to have to do it because you can't have multiple immigration cases going on at the same time. Diana says, if you have a parking ticket, will they take your DACA away? No. Parking tickets are not a reason for you to lose your DACA. Will this new Supreme Court decision cancel DACA? This is a question from Janie. No. What the Supreme, and I made a video on this last week. What the Supreme Court decision said is simple. It says that it didn't make any ruling on birthright citizenship. It didn't talk about DACA. All it did is simple thing. It says that from now on, if you are a federal judge and you making, let's say you want to file an injunction because you don't like the birthright citizenship in the state of New York, you cannot no longer have a nationwide injunction like the judges could do before. It will only apply to the state where you sue, or if the multiple states sue at the same time, that's where the injunction is going to be. But for example, if New York is suing for that, but Texas is not, it means that children who are born to non-U.S. citizens in Texas, for example, will not be U.S. citizens if and when the birthright citizenship bill will move forward. Do you understand that? So it was all about the judicial power and how far it can go. And the Supreme Court sided with Trump, which was kind of disappointing in that case because it can impact more things, including DACA as well. Because imagine if you, thanks Jackie, I appreciate it. Imagine if you have DACA and they decide to cancel DACA, and then you live in Texas, and in Texas they're like, well, great, we're going to cancel DACA. So even if there's an injunction filed in a different state, only the people who live in that other state will be protected by this, if it makes sense. So guys, if you're watching this on TikTok, remember we have a goal here. We have the heart, the cloud heart. Please hit that goal, guys. We've got to make it, because we got a lot at stake here. So let's get it done. Thanks, Chris. But remember, we have a goal here. And join the live. If you want to go on live with me, line up. You can request for me to join, and I will get you in there. Right now, we've got, let's see here, Josie. Josie, connect your camera. And we've got Mr. Travel. Can you hear me? Hello?
Hello?
Yeah, if you have a video, please put your video. And anybody else who's joining us, we got a lot of people here on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram, as well as TikTok. Thanks, Diana. I appreciate it. What's your question, my friend, and where are you from?
Yes, hi. I'm Sam.
Okay, Sam. Where are you from?
Yeah. I'm in Memphis.
Okay. What is your question? Can you hear me? What's your question? Sam?
Yeah, hi. Yeah, I'm sorry. So I am a naturalized U.S. citizen, and my question: if I want to travel outside the U.S., should I be fine as a U.S. citizen now, or do I have any issues coming back? I mean,
so great question. Naturalized citizen, should I travel or not? So as a naturalized citizen, you should be fine. Like I said, even green card holders should be fine. But as a naturalized citizen, they can't, not let you in. They might question you about where you went. But again, they should let you in. You shouldn't have no problems. U.S. citizens, naturalized, you should have no problems. Now, what I just mentioned in the beginning of this video, I said that they're going to start right now looking for naturalized U.S. citizens that probably got their citizenship by fraud. I assume that you got your citizenship okay, right? How did you get your citizenship? Through marriage?
Yeah, everything was, my citizenship was okay. Yeah, it was through marriage. I got the 2-year green cards, and I got my 10-year green cards and citizenship. Everything was very smooth. Yeah.
Okay, so you have no problem. You can travel, no worries.
Okay, even though before I got my green card, I was kind of out of status for.
It doesn't matter.
It doesn't
matter. As long as you got your green card not by fraud, and you got your green card no issues, you can travel, no worries. Now,
okay.
I'll tell you one thing. I have seen U.S. citizens being stopped, and they question them. Where did you go? Some questions they ask, where did you go? And how often do you go? If, for example, like we had a U.S. citizen that traveled to Yemen, right? Now he traveled to Yemen, because his family members are from there. Now I don't know if he actually went to Yemen, but he told the officer that he went to Yemen. I think he meant to say that he was going to go to Kenya, because I don't think U.S. citizen can go to Yemen. But he said that he went to Yemen, and his verbal at the station caused him to go to secondary inspection. Then they questioned him, why did he go to Yemen? Eventually, they realized he didn't go to Yemen. But I'm just telling you that all they can do is question you, and they'll let you go. They let him in, and he was fine. So you should be fine.
Okay. All right. Thank you.
All right. No worries. So like I said, U.S. citizens, you have nothing to worry about. But again, your words can cause immigration to request to see your phone, can cause them to maybe question you further, but they cannot let you in, no matter what you tell them. Okay. If you have frivolous asylum claims, can you be deported for a frivolous asylum claim? Jack is asking. Absolutely. Especially now, right? Any frivolous claim for immigration can get you deported, guys. So, whether it's asylum or anything like that, it can get you, before they deport you, they have to obviously go, have to go through the process. And if they determine that it was fraud, then you can get deported. Absolutely. What about the new DUI bill? Could it affect someone applying for a green card who had a DUI like 10 years ago? So let's talk about this new DUI bill, which I posted a video about it today. So this is a bill that was introduced and it passed the House. Now it has to go to the Senate, and obviously the bill is saying that if you have a green card or actually no, the bill is not talking about green card holders. It's talking about any undocumented immigrants that are charged with DUI or DWI. Those people will be deported expeditiously. It will be a fast track for deportation. The concern is that it can expand to multiple classes of people. DUI is something that can happen to anyone, and people are worried that there should be a different classes of DUI if they're casualties, if people get hurt. There should be a kind of like a more deep dive into who should be deported. This was a very generic bill. It could impact a lot of immigrants, and people are worried that they can even go back retroactively. Right now, it doesn't seem like it's the case. It's moving forward. If you had a DUI in the future, it's not about people that had DUI 10 years ago. People are asking about the bill on TikTok here. So right now, again, it's not law. It was just something that passed by the House. It still has to pass the Senate. It still has to be signed by the president. And we don't know how far they'll go with it. But the fact that we have something like this, the fact that we have these denaturalization initiatives that are actually happening right now, the fact that we have US citizens that lost their citizenship last week, okay, this is all happening in real time, guys. And it is really important for people to understand that, again, if you have nothing to worry about, then you're fine, right? Most people are good, right? It's not like you've got to be scared about this. But, with the denaturalization issue, it's just a little bit worrisome because it's going to be done through civil procedure. Thanks, Diana. Appreciate it. It's going to be a procedure that people will not be allowed to get lawyers. It's going to be a very fast process. The concern is that how much of these allegations are actually going to be real? What if they make mistakes? I mean, I get it. If you're an immigrant, you're going through the process. You commit a crime. You can go through the court system. I'm talking about U.S. citizens. You already became a citizen. You think you are good, and now we are now going to be doubting. People are going to be doubting themselves. I'm a naturalized citizen, right? I got my citizenship in 2002, and so should I worry about my citizenship because I'm doing these live streams and I'm talking about immigration and I'm helping immigrants? You know what I mean? Like, where is the line going to be drawn? Right now, it's about criminals, about people who lied. It's all good, but are we going to draw the line at some point, right? Are they going to go after people that they think are not good for for this country, right? So maybe it's bad for immigration lawyers to tell people how to protect themselves against the system. Maybe all these attorneys that are naturalized citizens like me should lose their citizenship, right? It could be a law, and maybe I'll have to close my YouTube channel or my TikTok account, right? So I don't know. It's crazy because this is an initiative that is already taking place right now before going through Congress or anything like that. Anyway, so let's take David. I know you're waiting in the YouTube room, but I have people waiting here on this channel, and we want to talk to Ricardo, and Ricardo has questions for us. So let's see.
Hello.
Yeah.
So I have a quick question, right? So, what is the fastest way to update my social security status from resident to U.S. citizen? I mean, I became a U.S. citizen about 20 years ago, but I just didn't realize that I needed to update my status. So I do have the appointment in about 3 weeks, but given that there's where I work, which is in San Francisco,
Yeah.
and I've a couple of people have mentioned to me that ICE is walking on the streets. My question is. What is the fastest way to have an appointment to update my status to go to the social security office in about 3 weeks? But what is the fastest way maybe to update it instead of waiting?
The fastest way is to show up physically at the Social Security, and they'll do it right there. If you don't do it with Social Security, then it's not going to be updated everywhere. So you're doing the right thing. You're fine. As long as you can show you have an appointment to go there and do it, you're good to go.
So what if I get pulled over by ICE?
It doesn't matter.
Because
It doesn't matter. Just because you didn't update your Social Security, ICE is not going to arrest you. You know what I mean?
okay, so then I should be fine, right?
You should be fine. Just update it. What he's talking about, and it's important that you brought this question up, is that people who are moving from visa to a green card, from green card to citizenship, you have to update your Social Security to reflect your new status. If you don't, it's going to impact you, and it can cause you to have issues with immigration and potentially have issues with enforcement, right? Because they're gonna claim that you're not telling the truth about your status. So just update it as soon as you can.
Okay, so one last question, right? So if I get pulled over or by ICE, because I know what I'm doing right now is I'm just carrying my passport, but just in case, whatever, because we're not targeting Hispanic, which I'm Hispanic,
Are you a citizen already?
Yes, I'm a U.S. citizen. I've been a U.S. citizen for the last 20 years.
Right. So if you're a U.S. citizen, and again, that's a good example of people who are on this show. We have a lot of U.S. citizens who are worried because you're a citizen, but because you look Hispanic, you could get detained, and then you worry that you have to prove yourself that you're a citizen, which is ridiculous, right? But they're doing that. They're detaining U.S. citizens. So I think for you, carry a copy of your passport, just a copy of it should be fine. And if you have a real ID, apply for a real ID. But
yeah, I have the real ID and I have a passport, and it's like for instance, I go once a week to office, but there's ICE agents. But given that right now what they're doing is that they're just taking people out.
No, I know. Carry your ID with you, your real ID, and a copy of your passport. As soon as if you get detained, you have to say in a calm way, I am a U.S. citizen. I became a U.S. citizen in blah, 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 whatever you became a citizen. This is my copy of my passport. Do not detain me. Say it 3 times. Because if you say it for the record and they still detain you, when we sue them later for a lot of money, because a lot of people are suing right now, ICE, one of the best things you can do when you sue ICE is you have to prove that you actually called them. You said you're a citizen, record yourself, and that's a great way for you to make millions, because when we sue them, we can show, listen, he actually announced himself 3 times. I'm a citizen. I became a citizen. Here's my passport. They still detain him. That's perfect for you, right?
Thank you so much for the
But you'll be fine. You'll be fine. Thank you, my friend. Yeah. So guys, if you are if you got a green card, you became a citizen, make sure you update your status with Social Security, so you don't have any problems with ICE or anybody else. We've got here a bunch of people on Instagram. Elias, what's your question? Please drop it in the comments because I don't see your question. I'm waiting for my I-45 EB3. This is from Astro. Priority 2022, filing date, interview. I have a misdemeanor DUI. Any idea how long it will take to get an answer? It shouldn't take too long. The DUI shouldn't impact you, right? The DUI law is not passed yet. However, if you're in background checks, it may delay the answer. Okay, let's see here. We've got okay, let's see here. If I apply for asylum and receive interview appointment very fast in 20 days, that's amazing. That's not usual. Right, let's see. David is waiting here. David, where are you from? And what's your question?
Me, I'm from Romania. I'm coming from the UK.
Okay.
And basically, I'm in Florida here. I come here on E2 visa. And
Okay.
basically, the question is, I've been here more than 6 months. Me, my wife, and 4 kids. One was born here.
Okay.
But the problem is, I had heard back from these guys, USCIS, because I paid the special 3,500 to get back to you quicker. Is like,
You did the E2 renewal from inside the US, correct?
yes.
All right.
But they start asking me a lot of questions, like back in the UK, because I've got a company and I transfer some money here because I've invested in trucks. I do haulage trucks.
Okay.
They asking me so many questions. Even the lawyers, they were surprised because how did I get the money? I provided them that I have a company in the UK with 3 years of
Okay.
all the paperwork, all the company, what is made, and they still asking me questions, so many questions. I've sent it back, but now I'm here more than 6 months and I'm driving with the UK license, and I'm not sure if they come back to me and say no. I already spent here maybe 500 grand on trucks, and I've got an operation of
Did you
eight,
file
nine.
a change of status? Did you file a change of status?
Yeah, I have, but I haven't had an answer yet. Only they require more information, and I'm sending it back to them.
Okay, so the way it's going to work, thanks, Diana, I appreciate it. The way it's going to work is that you answer them, you send them a request for evidence, you responded. And now, because you paid the premium fee, you should be
Yes.
getting an answer in the next 60 days after you respond. Okay? So it should take them 60 days to respond to your RFE. And
Yeah.
it's either approval or denial. Okay? If it's denied, then you're going to have to leave the US and reapply for the visa in UK.
I see.
Hopefully, it won't be denied. But like I said, hopefully your lawyers did a good job and you'll be fine. If you want a second opinion, feel free to reach out. That's what I do mostly. I have a lot of E2s that we do. We work with a lot of truckers, logistics. So we know exactly what it is. So if you want,
Yes.
send me a text. I'm happy to look at your RFE and give you some answers and see what we can do in case it gets denied.
I will text because I already paid 2 different ones just for different opinions. So his money is not the problem. I will give you a text and we'll take it from there before I reply to them.
All right. Thanks, David. I appreciate it.
All the best.
When you text, mention that you were the E2 trucker and you spoke to me so they know. Okay?
Okay. Thank you.
Thanks, David. Appreciate it. Guys, right now, immigration is issuing a lot more requests for evidence, just like David got, because they are becoming more strict, right? They want to know, is this a real business? Is this person a real engineer? Is this person really coming here to be an artist? Like, I've never seen so many requests for evidence for cases that we never got a request for evidence before. We even got a request for evidence for a doctor. We did a visa for a doctor, H-1B, and immigration requested evidence for the doctor asking why the doctor needs a degree. It just tells you that this is insane, right? They're doing whatever they want, and the only way to stay in the game is to be persistent with these guys and essentially, you know what I mean? So it's common. It happens. But if you get a request for evidence, don't be afraid and do what you can to respond. Let's see here. I renewed my green card in 2023 and I didn't get a renewal, no results. 2023, no results. Right now, it's taking about 4 years if it's based on marriage. So you're good. How long does it take to get receipt notices? My friend has been waiting for a receipt notice for his VAWA case almost 2 months now. It shouldn't take that long. It should take 45 days. All right. I want to apply for my citizenship, but I do my taxes married, fighting separate because I make more money. Okay, guys, remember that. When you apply for your citizenship, this is a question on TikTok here. When you apply for citizenship, they're going to be checking a lot of things, okay? And so if you're married, but you're applying a separate, and you're just doing this to save taxes, you're going to have to explain that, okay? And if that doesn't make sense to the government, then they're not going to buy it, right? Can you talk about HR 875 on DUI? Would it be retroactive for green card holders with an old DUI? This is from Aya. So a lot of guys are worried. Many of you are worried about this DUI bill, which I made a video about today. Let me explain it again. So the House passed this bill, and it's because it's named after a police officer that was killed with a DUI, somebody, a drunk driver who was an undocumented immigrant, hit this police officer, was very unfortunate. But the bill itself is very, very, very stringent because essentially it calls for an expedited removal of any undocumented immigrant that is that had a DUI. Doesn't matter what, if it was any people that died, or no matter what the limit or anything like that. It doesn't really specifically talk about green card holders, but the concern is it potentially could apply for green card holders as well. It's not retroactive. So your question is it going to impact the DUI that you had 10 years ago? No, it's not. But even if it's not retroactive, guys, it is a big, big deal because we're talking about, we're talking about people that get DUI, they live in this country, and suddenly they have to they'll be deported, right? No matter what the consequences are. So, and okay, let's see. Can I travel by 94? Approval, asylum. Again, it depends. It depends. I don't know anything about your asylum, so I can't tell you yes or no. How long does it take to get your FOIA right now? Right now, FOIA is taking about 8 months. Can you help clients in all 50 states? Absolutely, guys. We can help clients in all 50 states. And not only that, if you have a green card interview or citizenship interview, we can represent you telephonically because immigration allows us to appear by phone, which opens the door for me to help clients in all 50 states. I've done an interview by phone for clients from Arizona, from New York, from Florida, from anywhere. So if you want to work with me, the number is on the screen. Send me a text if you're watching this on YouTube, Facebook, and Instagram. If you're watching this on TikTok, there is a form right at the bottom of the screen. I'm going to pin it. I'm going to pin it back. Use the form. And also the easiest way is a phone number. The phone number is in my bio. The bio is right. You can just click on my bio, screenshot it, and send me a text right now. Say, I saw you on the live. Anyone who sends me a text from the live gets a discount for the consultation. And it's a good way to speak with an attorney. We have one of the most popular immigration live shows on the internet every single Monday, guys, at 5 p.m., no matter what happens. Even if ICE is at the door, I will be here, guys, to do the live show. We don't care. And so, all right, let's see. We've got, if you have a DUI, they will take your green card ASAP. No, they won't take your green card ASAP because this bill has not passed yet, guys. This is only a proposal. This is only passed by the House. It still has to go by the Senate. It still has to be signed by the president. So it's not happening. How about U.S. citizens charged with DV, domestic violence, jailed one night, and was bailed $35,000? No follow-up. That will happen to him upon entering the U.S. Well, again, U.S. citizens are fine. Even if you're charged with domestic violence, you're still okay to enter. What I mentioned to you before is that if you obtained your citizenship by fraud, and if you buy citizenship by fraud, then you will lose your citizenship. They're going to be denaturalizing you. If you committed criminal offenses, they will denaturalize you. This is something that is happening right now. It's a big initiative. And I know a lot of U.S. citizens are worried because they don't know what kind of crimes. I love that. Why a doctor needs a degree. This is an actual USCIS request for evidence that we received. And it just shows you how inconsistent immigration officers are. All right, let's see. We've got people waiting here on TikTok to join the live. Guys, join the live. You can request to join, and I will bring you on. We've got Navi. Navi, where are you from? Put your video on and let you know where you're from and ask your question.
So I'm at work right now. I'm just having a quick question.
All right, what's your question?
Yeah, I'm from India, living in Ohio. So after 601A approved, we submit all the documents into NVC.
Okay.
While we submit our documents, my wife and me, our job, whatever the job we work, we submit it. So after documentary qualified, now me and my wife, we are working on different jobs.
Okay.
So we have to notify when we see or they can review my case based on what we already submit.
Okay. So essentially what you're saying is that you guys are working in a different job than the one that filed for you originally, correct?
Yeah, when we documentary qualified, like before documentary qualified, we was working on different jobs.
Okay.
After documentary qualified, now we are on a different job. So my question is, do we have to notify to NVC that we have a different jobs now, or not?
Well, it depends. I mean, it depends on what category you guys are. You guys EB3?
No, we are on visa.
Okay. No, you don't have to worry about that. They don't care about that. As long as the income requirement is, it's a family petition, right?
Yes, like yeah, my wife.
No. You don't need to notify them that you changed the job. As long as the income requirements are met, you should be fine.
Or if the officer asks me that where you work now, and I'm on different job now, so
That's fine. You can update that at the interview. You don't have to notify MVC. You can, because you cannot change the DS to 60 anymore. Just bring it to the interview, bring your documents to the interview, and that's it.
Okay. Do you know, sir, how long, like, what do you guess, like, how long is India taking to IR1 visa interview issue?
Are you guys are going to Mumbai?
Yeah, Mumbai, yes. So,
Yeah, Mumbai, after document you complete, you're looking at about a year wait right now.
1 year?
Yeah.
Oh, okay.
Average. Could be less. Okay?
Thank you, sir.
There it is. Okay. All right, perfect. People asking me if I'm from Puerto Rico. I'm not from Puerto Rico. I'm not gonna tell you where I'm from. You can guess, but I'm definitely not from Puerto Rico. Are you Italian? No, I'm not Italian as well. I don't have an Italian accent. And I'm not from Puerto Rico, and I'm not from Mexico. Maybe you'll guess it by the end of the show. And the one who guesses will get a free consultation. You're from Argentina. I'm not from Argentina. I love Argentina. We have a team in Argentina, and I love Argentinians. But a Cuban. I'm not Cuban. I wish I was Cuban. European. Yes, definitely. Colombian. I'm not Colombian. The best countries. I love all these countries. I love Argentina. I love Colombia. I love Italy. I love Puerto Rico. But I'm not. Guys, we've got the heart. We got 10 more to meet the heart challenge, guys. Please. Can you have travel on a 2-year green card? Yes, you can. Thanks, Diana. I appreciate it. Iman, thanks, Diana. You're the best. You are the best. Join our live. Let me get Diana because of Diana, we were able to reach our challenge. So I'm getting her on the live. And then Wahid, you next. Diana, thank you so much for the gifts.
You're welcome.
Thank you. What is your question? And if you have video, please put your video on.
I don't know how to do it. Sorry.
No worries. What is your question?
I just have a question. It's regarding DACA. You know how everything is going on with DACA, you don't even know if you're able to travel out with that advance parole.
Okay.
So I'm just trying to see if it's a good idea to apply for it, and if it's also possible to apply for the real ID with DACA.
You should be able to. You should be able to apply for the real ID I mean, it depends on which state you're in, but I believe that DACA can apply for it. And you can travel on advance parole. If you have advance parole, if you get it approved, some people don't get it approved right now. That's the problem. But if they actually approve your advance parole and you're going for a legitimate reason, like whatever the reason that you told them, you're fine. People travel on advance parole right now.
Because I do want to apply for it, but I'm just scared that if I go out,
no.
If you be able to come in.
If you have advance parole, you should be able to travel.
Okay, without a problem, and that would kind of help my legal status.
Correct. You should be able. It will help you because you have legal entry. Okay.
Okay, and sorry. So after I have legal entry, would I ever be able to apply for citizenship?
Absolutely. If That can help you. It depends on the situation. If it's a marriage case or whatever, yeah, absolutely, you should be able to. Okay.
Alrighty. Well, thank you so much.
Thanks a lot. Appreciate it.
Thank you.
All right. So people are trying to guess where I was born. People saying Norway, Albania, Turkey, France. I'll tell you. I was actually born in Moldova. Yeah. Most people don't realize it, but I was born in Moldova. Moldova is a small country on the border with Romania. And I have some Spanish blood as well. 23andMe gave me 15% Spanish blood, but I was born in Moldova. That is the truth, which is, some of you who are guessing France, Spain, you have some, you're not that far, but yeah, I am from Moldova, which is the reason why I speak Russian as well. For those of you who didn't know that, I do speak Russian as well. Okay, let's see here. I-130 pending. I have deportation order. Can I get deported? Just because you have an I-130 pending doesn't mean that you're not going to get deported, but it also doesn't mean that you will get deported. There's so much things that are, between deportation and actually getting deported. You know what I mean? But the fact that you have married to your citizen and an I-130 is pending, it will make it less chances for ICE to deport you. Okay, let's see here. Does temporary pause on asylum seekers adjustment status affect you if you have pending asylum status, but you're filing as dependent for EB3? No, the fact that you're filing as dependent for EB3 is not going to change any of the asylum pending things. How can I call you now? I have a question. David says, David, the best thing to do, and anybody who's watching this, is use the number on the screen. Anybody who's watching this, number on the screen will get you to me immediately right now on the live. Send me a text from the live. Anybody who's watching this on TikTok, the best thing to do is to use the form that I'm just pinning right now. Or if you want to get to me immediately right on the live, there's a phone number in my bio. Just go to my bio, screenshot it, and send me a text from the bio, from the live. Send me a screenshot. Go to my bio, screenshot it, send me a text, and then I'll get it while we're on the live. I'll be able to get it, and so we'll be able to speak. And especially if you do it from the live, it's going to be very helpful. Now, people are asking me about give us more details about the U.S. citizens that were denaturalized the last week. So as I mentioned in the beginning of the live, yes, George, absolutely. If you text me right now from the live, you can get a hold, because I'm seeing all the text messages and my team is ready. So send me a text from the live right now, so you'll be able to bypass the 2 weeks wait to talk to me. Do it from the live. Go to my bio right now on TikTok, screenshot the number, and say hey, text the word live, and my team would jump on it right away. People are waiting right now to book consultations. They want to know what they can do to save their immigration situation. So let's talk about those U.S. citizens that were denaturalized. In the last week or so, we have 4 people that lost their citizenship. Let me tell you their stories. One of them was a U.S. citizen that got his citizenship less than 5 years ago, and he was accused of certain crimes involving minors. I'm not going to give you too many details exactly what were the crimes, but these crimes were discovered after he became a U.S. citizen. Okay, so it was discovered through an investigation about those crimes, and they realized that the person that committed those crimes was already a U.S. citizen. But when he became a citizen, he already committed the crimes. And last week, DOJ, using the memo that they released on June 11th, they're saying they're going to start expediting revoking citizenship from people that committed certain crimes. This guy was one of the first to be able to do it. There was a civil procedure. It was very fast, and he didn't was not even allowed to have an attorney with him. Okay, he wasn't allowed to have an attorney. It was a civil procedure. It wasn't a criminal act. It was a civil procedure. He wasn't allowed to have an attorney, and he was denaturalized. He lost his U.S. citizenship, and now he is essentially facing a removal. He's going to go through a whole different process of being removed from the United States. The second U.S. citizen was somebody that also had crimes. Now, these crimes were also somehow involved with some terroristic activities, organizations. He provided some information to organizations that were not that are hostile to the United States, and they found out that he committed those crimes while on his green card. And again, this was part of an ongoing investigation of the U.S. Government. Now, involving the recent strikes on Iran, they found out that this person, while having a green card, provided information to a hostile government, and he was also denaturalized in the last week or so. This all happened very fast, and so yeah. So again, this is the beginning of this revocation of citizenship. I think they're going to start going also after U.S. citizens who got their green card. Maybe they think they did it by fraud. Maybe they got married to a citizen, and they got married and then they got their green card by fraud, and then they became U.S. citizens. I feel like these people are going to be targets as well in the future. It wasn't announced in this memo that these people are going to be targets, but I think with the expansion of this revocation of citizenship, it's going to be covering a lot more people. And so what does it mean for you? It means for you that you're going to have to go back and look at how you got your citizenship and speak with an immigration attorney right now before you travel. Okay, if you're a citizen and you're worried about how you got your citizenship, the first thing you should do is not travel. Okay, because if you travel, you are more exposed to things that can happen to you. The same thing for green card holders, right? If you're worried about things that you've done as a green card holder or how you got your green card, don't travel. Speak to an attorney first so we can figure out what is going on and how you got your green card. And then, because the problem is that a lot of people that are traveling right now and they have issues, like they had a DUI, right? They had a DUI 10 years ago and now they come back on the green card and they get stopped at the airport and they get them detained. It's a little bit too late, right? Because once they detain you and then they revoke your green card, or they make you they force you to sign this document, or they put you in detention. So it is going to be a little bit too late. As long as you're inside the United States, you have more protection with respect to the judicial system, things we can do to help you. So if you know that you committed certain things as a green card holder, do not travel right now. I cannot highly emphasize this. Okay, guys? If you are a U.S. citizen and you've committed certain things and you have not disclosed it on your application, you should be worried. Okay. Now, how soon will they come for you? We don't know. Speak with an immigration attorney. Tell the story of what happened. How did you get your green card? How did you get your citizenship? And then we can figure out whether you're at risk or what can you do, because it is happening, right? It is happening. People are losing their citizenship. Okay, people are losing their citizenship. Again, maybe they are bad people because they're criminals. That we're not here to judge anyone. I'm just saying that. Let's look at. Okay, somebody said to me, and somebody in the comments as well said, "Oh, these are criminals. They should be deported. They should lose their citizenship." And that is something that we can talk about. It's yes or no. I'm not here to judge anybody. However, the same thing happened with mass deportations. You remember what happened a few months ago? They said, we're going to deport everybody, all the criminals. All the criminals should be deported. And you remember they started going after people, 1,000 a day, whatever. And then we realized that most of these people were not criminals. Most people that were detained by ICE were not criminals. There were people that were here unlawfully. And then they said, well, they are lawfully, we should deport them all. Okay? So let's look at denaturalization. Right now they're saying we're going to denaturalize only criminals, severe criminal people that had criminal convictions, and they didn't disclose those when they became green card holders, and then they became citizens. They didn't disclose, and now we're going to revoke their citizenship. Okay, trust me, they're going to start revoking citizenship for criminals, and then they're going to expand it to a lot more people. Oh, you didn't tell us that you did this when you got the green card. Now we're going to take your citizenship. You were streaming on YouTube. You're giving immigrants advice how to become legal, and we're going to take away your citizenship. That's not a good thing to do. We don't want you to tell people how to protect themselves. You're an immigration lawyer. We'll take away your citizenship, right? That is my concern. How far will they go with these revocations? Right? We don't know, because they told us they're going to deport only criminals. Are they deporting only criminals? No. Right now, they're deporting anyone that they find that has no status here, or even green card holders, right? Green card holders are being detained and deported. Okay? They told us first only criminals. Now we have green card holders that are being detained. Okay? So you see the line? So now they're revoking U.S. citizenship to criminals. Okay? This is happening this week. It happened last week. What is going to happen in 2 weeks? Who is going to lose their citizenship? Okay? You see where I'm coming from? That is where my problem here is. And I would like to hear tell me in the comments here. We have a lot of people watching this here. We've got a lot of people here on Instagram who are commenting and saying that Michaela Lona, absolutely, Michaela, you know it. You're right. You know it. Let's see here. How can I bring my Syrian but are living in Iran through marriage? You're going to have to bring them through Turkey. The U.S. Embassy in Turkey is still working. You're going to bring them from Turkey. Why are you encouraging them to stay in our country? This is Ben. We've got Ben here who says, why am I encouraging people, immigrants, to stay in our country? The reason why I am encouraging people to stay in the country is because immigrants who are here, who are paying taxes, who are working in jobs that you, Ben, are not willing to do, I encourage them to stay in this country, because you don't want to work in the restaurant and clean dishes. You don't want to work in the farms. You don't want to work in the back office of the hotel, right? And that's the reason why we're encouraging people to stay in the country. So we got a lot of haters here, which will be banned from this channel. Corina says he's Romanian. I am not Romanian. I was born in Moldova. But I hold multiple citizenship, guys. I do hold multiple citizenship. In fact, maybe it's a good time to tell you guys that we at this office, in my immigration office, as of last month, we are helping people get second passports. If you ever thought about getting a second passport, so if you're a U.S. citizen, or if you're whatever country you're from, if you want to get a second passport, we are now getting people citizenship for many, many countries. Argentina, Portugal, Spain, Malta, Vanuatu, many, many countries. If you're looking to get a second passport, send me a DM. Send me a DM or use the number in the bio to send me a text if you're watching this on TikTok. If you're watching this on YouTube or any other channel, send me a text and say second passport. We're doing this right now. We're helping a lot of people get their second citizenship. If you're a U.S. citizen watching my channel, we can get you a second citizenship. We can get you a visa to any country in the world. Right now, we built our division to help nomads who work remotely, and it's a big deal. And I'll make a whole different video about this, but just telling you that, announcing this on the live. Second passports happening right now. Send me a DM or send me a text. Use the bio. Have you seen Felipe? Have you seen some EB3 process still being approved without interview? Yes, absolutely, guys. There's still employment-based cases that are being approved without interviews. It is happening, okay? Yes, more cases are going to get interviews, but right now, there's still many, many cases that are being approved without interviews. Even marriage cases. Less, but it's happening. Now, we've got 268 people watching this on YouTube. We've got another 150 Facebook here. We've got another almost 60 here on Instagram, 300 here on TikTok, almost 1,000 people. If you're not following me on any of these platforms, please follow me right now so you don't miss the lives every single Monday. The best live show on the internet, immigration live show, because you get the opportunity to not only ask your questions, but also get your consultations booked as a priority. And you get a discount on your consultations if you're following me on the live and if you send me a text from the live. So you can use the bio number if you're watching this on TikTok, or you can use the form that TikTok gave us specifically for the lives. Use the form or my phone number. Just send me a text right now. Hey, Jacob, I see you on the live. Boom. You get a consultation with me or my team and a discount. But you have to do it from the live. It's important to do it from the live because otherwise you're going to have to wait. People ask me, what can I do? I'm undocumented and I'm worried they're going to snatch me any day now. Well, what you want to do is you want to prepare yourself what is called the pre-detention package. Okay? A simple thing you can do is get a folder, put your bank accounts in there, put your power of attorney, what's going to happen to your bank accounts, put your ID in there, your passport. And if you're working with an attorney, you can have an attorney, a G28 form. So in case you get detained, you have already an attorney that you hired. Don't be passive, be proactive. People are really worried about this US citizens being detained. And they're really concerned. I have a lot of questions here, guys. Thanks, guys. I appreciate it. Miss Natalie has 2 passports. I can get you a 3rd passport, Natalie. I can get you a 3rd passport. We're getting people 2nd, 3rd passports. If you want to have a plan B, right now you're here in America and you're not a U.S. citizen, or if you're a U.S. citizen and you want to get out of the U.S., or you just want to have another passport, we are doing this for anyone, okay? So, LC, how about a misdemeanor 6 years ago after becoming a citizen? That's fine. I wouldn't worry about that. But if you didn't disclose it before you became a citizen, that's the thing, guys. They're going after people and saying, listen, you became a citizen, but you didn't tell us the truth. We're now going to take your we're now going to take your citizenship. Okay? That's what they're trying to do. So you're going to go back in yourself and say, how did I become a citizen? What did I tell them? And what didn't I tell them? And if you did not disclose information, then you need to worry. Okay? All right. So going forward, if an LPR gets a DUI, the person becomes deportable. No, because that bill did not become law yet. You understand, guys? This is only the House passed it. It hasn't become law yet. So don't worry about it yet. And we don't know if it's going to ever pass, actually. Put it this way. All right, guys, we have people waiting to go on video with us. And I think William is waiting, and then Wahid on YouTube. William, where are you from and what is your question, guys? Remember, follow my accounts. Drop your questions. Every Monday, 5 p.m., we're here.
Yes, sir. How are you doing?
I'm doing pretty good. Where are you from and what is your question?
I'm originally from Uganda, but right now I'm in Denver, Colorado.
Okay.
I'm a permanent resident. I applied for asylum, then applied for I-730 for my children 7 years ago and wife. Then we got another children last year after approval. Now this week they are going for visa appointment, but the child of 7 months is not on was not applied previously. So what can we do for that kid?
Well, you're going to have to contact the embassy, let them know about the child, and then the embassy might be able to add him.
I had to contact NVC.
Correct. You have to let them know there's a child that wasn't included in the package and see what they can do. And then maybe the embassy can still add him. There's still a way. As long as the interview hasn't happened, you might be able to do it.
Okay.
Okay. If you need help,
This week, so
if you need help, send me a text immediately. We'll jump on it right away.
okay.
Okay.
Thank
All
you.
right. Thank you, sir. All right. Jeff, I feel for people in delays because of the chaos, though. Jeff, you're interested, you're retired, and you're interested in immigration law. That's great. Hopefully, you're supporting immigrants. Let's see here. We got Wahid. Wahid, sorry about the delay. Where are you from, and what is your question?
Do you have my voice?
I see you.
Okay.
I don't see your face. Put your
alright,
video.
I'll just put that
There
in.
he is. There he is. Car. Where are you
How are
from,
you?
Wahid?
I'm
Pretty
from
good.
Afghanistan. I'm Afghan national, and recently I'm a resident in California. I entered to the U.S. on 2023 October,
Okay.
and 1 year parole, humanitarian parole. And after that, I applied right after that to asylum,
Okay.
with USCIS. And I was waiting for USCIS to decide or to schedule interview for me. I done all the biometrics and everything. Then actually when I was entering to the US, so they issue me a NTA to notice to, but that was not appearing in the EOIR system. So then the USCIS transfer my my case to immigration court, and right now my case is pending with immigration court.
Okay.
Submitted all my documents, everything's statements, and every documents evidence that I had. And beside that, there is some question that I have recently 5-year EAD, and beside that, I have another case, U visa case. I was uh, security officer somewhere, and then someone came. There was a drunk guy, and he pointed a gun to me, and then we called to police, and police investigated all that.
Did you file the U visa already?
No, I request to police department to sign the crime certification, and they signed that and sent to me. Hopefully, I will get that in 2 or 3 days. I filed all the forms I-918B, I-918A, and I-918. And beside that, I prepared the statement for my U visa. So there is some important questions that as my parole is expired, because I entered to the U.S. 2 years ago, the 2 years complete, and my immigration court hearing is right 9 or 10 days before complete my 2 years in the U.S.
Okay.
If for example, judge
dismisses
my case and I just get out from the court and ICE detain me, can they put me to the expedited removal or not?
I mean, technically they could, right? Because anybody who's here less than 2 years, they have their criteria. But your case, you have a lot of interesting things. You're a victim of a crime. Are you able to file the U visa before the hearing?
Yeah, I can, because hearing is
I would
like
do it.
months, 3.5.
I would file before the hearing, and I would try to get it rescheduled at least once. How are you?
Like I have family abroad. There is some other things that my family is in danger in my home country, and there is one other very hard thing. One of my daughter, my last daughter, that I haven't seen her because I was out of Afghanistan when she born. So that's 2 years that I'm apart from my family, and beside that, I'm receiving mental counseling. I'm under treatment, so I have the letter from my doctor from the hospital that I'm mental health assistance from. And can the U visa before bona fide determination stripped me from deportation or not?
I mean, again, it's a very questionable thing. It's not always the case. but I feel like the more things you have to protect you from removal, the better it is. You understand?
Mm-hmm.
But like I said, if I were you, I would try to postpone that hearing.
I'm sorry.
If I were you, I would try to postpone that hearing.
But I'm not like these days. If someone apply for asylum, they are giving like 2028 or 2029 for the master calendar here.
Right.
You know. So I'm aware. I'm worrying
So
about.
you don't have the date yet. You're worried if they're gonna catch you in the street and detain. That's what you're worried about, right?
I'm worrying about that and for the delay too, because my family is abroad. This is my second year, like 2 years I'm here. If that take 2 more years or 3 more years, that will be affecting my family. You know, a lot
Yeah.
danger that they are facing in my home country. So because of that, there is just like 5 or 10 or 9 somethings day that before my complete 2 years in the U.S.
I don't think that you have to worry about anybody catching you in the street. It's only for people who go to court. But honestly, if I were you, file the U visa as soon as you can.
Okay.
Okay.
And can I bring my family if they issue me a bona fide determination in my U visa case?
Well, you can try. Absolutely. I don't know if they're gonna get given visas, but you can definitely try.
And if that's not possible to bring my family with the bona fide determination of U visa, can I apply for expedited my case with the U visa case? Because there is like 10,000 visas every year.
You can try because of the family situation that you're in. I would definitely try it.
Sure.
Okay.
And there is one more question that
Wahid, we have people are waiting. So, like I said, I only give one question. I gave you like 2 or 3.
I write that down.
Come back next week. Come back next week, or send me a message. Okay. I'll put the number right here on the screen. Okay. Send me a message.
Okay. And where is your office located? Like
we're in California, San Diego.
San Diego. Okay. I have the friends in San Diego, and I'm living in San Jose. Okay. Gotcha. Thank you, sir.
Yeah, of course. All right, guys. Numbers on the screen. Take advantage of that. Let's see. How long does the appointment for NVC take right now? It depends. Thanks, Khalil. Appreciate it. How safe to travel internationally with marriage based to green card conditional? It's pretty safe. If you haven't done anything wrong, it's pretty safe. All right, guys. We are about to end our live stream on the main platforms, on YouTube and Instagram and Facebook, but we are not done on TikTok, guys. I'm still with you here. And if you want to see the rest of the live stream, you can join on TikTok. But our main live stream will end on YouTube, Instagram, and Facebook. Those of you watching, please use the number on the screen to send me a text right now to book your consultation. And we'll see you guys next Monday at 5 p.m. All right, perfect. And all right, guys, see you next Monday. I appreciate all of you. Every Monday, 5 p.m., we're here. And obviously, we are streaming for about an hour or so on the main platforms. And the rest, we are on TikTok. Stay safe, guys. If you're U.S. citizens, think about how you got your citizenship. Send me a message if I can be of assistance. Let's go through this together. Don't be scared. The best medicine, the best, reaction to this is be reactive and be proactive. All right. See you next time.